So, as all of you know, I'm out here in the great state of California. I was actually born and raised out here, lived the majority of my life out here. And when I got out, of course, just like most vets, you want to go apply for your CCW, your concealed carry permit. Well, in Riverside County, which is the county we live in, the waiting list was like 2 years for the entire Riverside County because they had like maybe a couple sheriff or a couple deputies that were actually handling all that kind of stuff. So what a couple of the cities started doing, mine in particular being Murrieta, they as a city started handling all the application process with the CCW permits. That recently just kind of came into effect earlier this year. I tried to take advantage of that because they cut the wait time drastically from 2 years to maybe a couple months. But as with all CCWs, you have to get a psych eval. Okay. Now, having said that, everyone knows now how I used to be when I was still drinking. I wasn't the most pleasant of people. But now, with the life we live currently, integrity is everything to me, no matter what. Being honest all the time and doing the right thing regardless. And when you have integrity, true integrity, that means doing the right thing even when it hurts yourself, okay? To include being completely honest with the psych eval. So as I'm going to the shrink, they're asking all the questions and all the freaking multiple choice, have you this, do you that, yada, 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 yada. And I was as honest as I could possibly be with every question and during the face-to-face interview, okay? Because, like I said, even now, yeah, could I have told a couple white lies? I could have, but I didn't. Because little white lies now and little white lies all the time lead to big lies, okay? And having true integrity, like I said earlier, means doing the right thing and telling the truth, even when it hurts yourself, okay? Having said all that, I have here, okay, this is my refusal letter being denied my concealed carry permit. A background investigation has been completed regarding your application for a carry concealed weapons license. Based on the results, I have chosen not to approve your request for the CCW license. Okay. Now, this is from the Murrieta Police Department. First of all, this guy say Chief Haddon is the CEO of our Murrieta Police Department. He's a very good man. I've met him personally. I have done 2 ride-alongs with Murrieta PD. I've attended their Citizens Academy, which I think they do a couple times a year. And it's a multi-week program where you go once a week and you spend, pretty much a whole evening with the police department learning their, different programs they do and how they operate, so on and so forth. It's a big community building program with the city. And having said all that, the Murrieta Police Department is full of awesome officers, and it is a great department, and they are awesome at actually working with the community and keeping us safe. Murrieta is an awesome city, and I love it to death. Now, having said all that, since they denied my freaking CCW, good. I'm glad they freaking did, okay? And here's why. So like I said earlier, I answered yes, as honestly as I possibly could, to the psych eval and all that kind of stuff, okay? On paper, and based off of my history, I am super glad that they denied me. Because on paper, I am a fucking nightmare, okay? I have documented PTSD, documented TBI, documented freaking alcoholism, going to freaking SARPs and everything while I'm still active duty. On paper, I am a nightmare. So I am so proud that they actually freaking denied me. Now, having said that, if they knew me personally, okay, I'm sure their freaking perception and their judgment would have been a lot different. If they were be able to know me personally and how I live my life today and the person I am today. But having that expectation of knowing me personally is an unreasonable expectation to have. And anybody who does have that expectation of personal knowledge, for the department to have a personal knowledge of you, that's an unreasonable expectation. And I would say to people who believe that, just think about if every single freaking police department, every single freaking guy tried to know their applicants personally. You couldn't do it, and it would freaking just completely be an asinine waste of time. So good that they denied me, man, because it's on paper, like I said, I'm a train wreck. Now, having said that, with what happened in Vegas and all these freaking gun control issues coming up that you see all over in the politics and news and everything like that, people, especially on the right, who defend guns and our Second Amendment, like to say, don't blame the gun, let's focus on mental illness, let's focus on mental illness, yada, 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 yada. I would say yes, that is a good thing. However, comma, pause for effect, you are more than likely, with the prop up of mental illness, that is probably going to negatively affect the vast majority of service members and veterans. I am obvious proof that that has happened, okay? So now that I have been denied a CCW license, okay, that could possibly have negative effects for future applications, be it trying to buy a weapon or trying to get a CCW, whatever state we choose to live in after California, so on and so forth. This denial could potentially follow me for freaking the rest of my life, okay? And I could potentially, you know, be denied firearms from here on out because of this denial. And on paper, that is a very smart move because, like I said, on paper, I am all kinds of red flags on don't sell this guy a weapon. So that argument that a lot of freaking Second Amendment proponents like to hold up is due to, you know, the mental illness and everything like that. PTSD is a mental illness. You know what I mean? And the further we go down that road, I think that's going to be a pretty big piece of ammunition that you would give to Second Amendment opposition. You know, because you could potentially take weapons and future, you know, concealed carry permits out of the hands of veterans who could potentially make themselves or families in the community safer. Like me having a CCW makes my family and everyone else around me safer, you know, and everyone who knows me knows that. But they don't personally know me at the police department. And on paper, I'm a freaking huge red flag, as I said, okay? So I just wanted to throw this out there that amidst all the political crap going on right now about guns and everything like that, I would just caution warning to those who want to say, attack mental illness and do mental illness, which is a good thing. I would just caveat that I am a living example, living proof that focusing on mental health will exclude veterans. You know, they will be affected negatively by that. Will that be a good thing in certain situations? I'm sure it will be. But in the vast majority, like with my case, it won't. Okay, so personally, this is a negative thing to me. But it's a good example of something that the police department did right, and it was a good opportunity for me to be able to make this video and you know, tell people that having integrity means doing the right thing and being honest even when it hurts you. And as well as, you know, throwing an example out there that in the midst of all this, you know, PC stuff and how guns are one of the public enemies right now, that using the mental illness card, attacking, you know, we need to check out mental illness, which is a good thing. That has a lot of more negative potential than I think people realize. So, having said all that, and having run my suck, I hope everyone's doing good, and I hope this gave a little bit of insight to the conversation about gun control and mental illness and all those kind of things. And yeah, thanks.